In this video I'm going to talk about composting. I'm sure you've seen 100 videos on composting, but here's another one. Here's how we do it. Here's how we've made it work for us on minimal expenditure, maximum use of nature, and how you might be able to make it work for you. So stick around and find out more. Welcome back, friends. Welcome back to the homestead. I thought I'd do an update video on our compost processes. I can't remember when I last did one. I think the last one was called Upping Our Game. Well, we've upped it again. And getting more to the closer to where we really want to be with compost. So if you've watched our update videos, you'll see that we've been doing a lot of trimming and making better use of the natural resources around us this year. Something we've not been able to do in previous years because of having other things on. I thought what I'll do is take you through what we do here, how we do it and why we do it, and the pros and cons, and then you can make your own mind up if it's for you really. I'm all about efficiency really, and making the most of our money, I suppose, spending it wisely, and making the best use of natural resources around us. What nature provides we should make the most of. So just down in front of me is, we've got two hot compost piles. That one there is slightly older by a couple of weeks, and we moved that one yesterday actually. So we moved it from this spot to that spot, and then we've got this one which we need to move from this spot into that spot. And behind me I've got a pile of fresh cut grass on this side, and then that pile behind me here is a cold compost pile which was started last year, and as you can see it's now it was full of pumpkin and tomato seeds and the potato, and now that's all grown up, and that's fine. We'll get a harvest out of that. But that's cold composting. It doesn't kill the seeds. This is hot composting, and I've kind of now found a way that I can make it work. I can get it hot, and yeah. So first thing we're going to do in terms of ingredients, you need kind of three things really. That's green stuff full of nitrogen, which is our natural trimmings and trimmings from around. We've got brown stuff. Obviously we live in a forest, we've got no end of leaves, and you need water. And those three things combined will get your hot compost. I'm oversimplifying it, but literally that's all it is, three things. I think people think there's a lot of science, deep science involved in composting. Yes, there is science, there's biology, but you don't need to waste hours and hours. We're not doing a biology experiment here. But what I do, which seems to work, is I add some of my comfrey weed swamp water. Just we're not feeding the pile, but just enough for some extra biology, which does seem to give it a real boost. So one cup in front of me. I've got the watering cans, which is what I use, and I put a cup of that in there. And that really helps to sort of kind of boost and get the biology going and get the party started in the compost pile, if you want to call it. That's how I describe it to my daughter, to Nora. We say there's a party starting going on in the compost pile, and we want to make sure they have a good time. So I'm going to shift this lot now into there, and you'll see me how I layer it, and I'll talk you through that process. Okay, so this method of composting, like many things in life, is about one word, and that's resourcefulness, and it's not really a word you hear a lot about on composting videos, from what I've seen anyway. So we're using the resources around us to make a product that we need, and what we're doing basically is mimicking nature and the process of breaking down organic matter into a product that can be used to grow more stuff. Part of that nature obviously is using the biology that's around us, and that's what I'm doing here with this comfrey fertilizer that I've made. So I'm using it as an activator. You can buy activators, but why buy stuff when you can make it yourself? It's all around you. Just understanding a little bit of nature. So we add the activator to the water. You can see the compost pile. This method of compost pile, if you want a con of this method, it's that it dries on the outside. You could probably get around it by having some kind of weatherproof barrier around it to keep more of the moisture in. But as we turn it over, the dry stuff goes into the middle and gets wetted down again. So yeah, resourcefulness, using everything around us, all the trimmings. Yes, it requires some work to go around and collect it all. And you can see this method is about layering greens and browns. The greens are fresh cuttings and the browns is the existing compost. If you're making a new compost pile from scratch, your browns would be leaves and brown stuff that you've got around, maybe some paper, some cardboard shredded up, some old grass cuttings that have already dried. And the greens are all your nitrogens. And basically you've got, when I say nitrogens, it's one of the elements that's within green material before it dries. Because compost needs browns, carbon and greens, nitrogen, to be able to get the party started, as it were, get the bacteria working and doing what they do in nature. And through that they generate heat, which is why you've got your hot compost. You don't really want it really hot, because then you kill the beneficial bacteria, and you also will kill any worms that are in there as well that you need, that also do a great job. So that's why I do the layering, and I don't, that's why I'm happy with sort of 40 to 50 degrees centigrade. If you wanted to get the compost finished quicker, then you would just turn it over more often. But I think it's, for me, would be not efficient use of my time to be turning the compost over every couple of days, just because I need compost quicker. So I just do it every couple of weeks, if that, and I'll only do it 2 or 3 times. So it's a slower method, but it's a more efficient use of time. It can do its stuff in the background while I'm utilising it, making a better use of my time elsewhere. Right, that was fun. The battery went, and then the heavens absolutely opened. So I've had to wait. I wanted to get it covered beforehand, but a little bit of rain is okay. So I've now finished, you can see, and layered it, and as I just explained, hopefully. And now we need to wait, really. So tomorrow I'll check it. I'll put the thermometer in. We're about a week on now. I couldn't get out the next day because I forgot I was going to Riga for the weekend, so I've been away for a few days. First of all, you can see it's gone down that much, and the temperature now is 40. It had spiked to about 55 the day after I did it. I did have a quick look, but I didn't film it, and now it's come down to a steady 40. That's fine. That's what you should expect after about a week. And it will keep going, and then we'll keep topping it up, and then that'll be ready. Seeds will be killed in it because it had been over 50 degrees, and bearing in mind it's already been through one cycle of hot composting, so, and that was between 55 and 60. You can see really how we've upped our compost game really now, and each one of these, as I've said, is a cubic metre, and they will go down. This will go down as well, and we'll probably top it up maybe again, but come next spring we probably won't spread it this autumn. We might do. Come next spring we'll have lots of compost to put on the beds, and obviously hopefully by then we'll have chickens as well, and we'll have the chicken compost system going, and we should have some really nice mulch compost to put on the market garden beds here. So I hope you've seen how we've developed our compost system, over the sort of 3 or 4 coming up for 4 years that we've been here now. And if you've got any questions or comments, please leave them down in the description below. I hope the video's been helpful, and I guess all I need to say is bye for now, and I'll see you in the next video.